Team owner, Coach Joe Gibbs, Joe Gibbs Racing. Boy, Coach, what a run that you're on right now, particularly with Martin Truex Jr. Is your third win on the season. Walk us through the emotion you have right now, winning this race here at Martinsville Speedway.
Well, what I'm excited about is, yes, great race. I think I was just praying that Denny and Martin didn't get together up front. That was my biggest concern. But anyway, I was most thrilled with the fact that all four of our cars wound up in the top 10. It didn't go well for Kyle today, but he fought so hard. I was really proud of him getting back to 10th. And then Christopher was fast all day, and then of course Denny. I just think Martin's car was better on long runs than what Denny's was. So Denny fought so hard. So anyway, it was a real good day for us. We love Martinsville. I think everybody at our race team gets excited every time we come here.
Okay, we're going to go to questions. Our first question is going to come from Jordan Bianchi. Go ahead, Jordan.
Joe, where do you think Joe Gibbs Racing stacks up right now compared to Hendrick, Team Penske, and kind of overall? Because we've seen Hendrick this year kind of assert themselves a little bit. Penske's won the last couple races. Where are you at right now?
I think it's always hard to say, and we're really only just getting started, really. 8 races in or whatever it is, 8 or 9. And I would say that it kind of constantly has been going through the year. Somebody gets up pretty good and then somebody else steps up. So I think it's going to be hard fought all year. I was really happy today about short track for us. That was a good deal because, I get excited when all 4 of our cars run well. But I think it's up in the air as to who you could say is the strongest team right now.
Our next question will come from Bob Pockris. Go ahead with the question, Bob.
Yeah, Coach, NASCAR is going to start letting some select people in the garage area in a few weeks. I'm curious, what were the parameters that you wanted to see in the garage for your guests who you, I assume, want to get in as soon as possible?
Yeah, we got so many guys that love racing, key people that support our race team. I'm sure other race teams out there are the same way. And we need to, as quick as we can, get those people in, inside, back where they can get and enjoy racing again. I think most of our key sponsors, the CEOs and upper management of our sponsors, most of them, as I continue to talk to them, have both vaccines. And so hopefully that's going to make a difference too. I have, and I know a lot of people on our team have. So I'm hoping that that's our breakthrough. But it's a huge deal for us, and we need to get our partners back with us. And so I'm sure hoping, I know NASCAR's talked about it. I know they're doing everything they can, but that would be a huge deal for us.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Jacob Seelman. Go ahead with the question, Jacob.
Thanks, Matt. Coach, congratulations. 2 questions for you. First, you kind of touched on it in your opening there, but how difficult as a team owner is it to balance letting your guys race hard like we saw at the end of that race, but trusting them not to cross that line and end up taking each other out in a battle like that?
Well, let me say this. It has happened, okay? It's happened a number of times over the years with us. And of course, what you realize is each one of the drivers, each one of our sponsors, the crew chiefs, everybody on that team is so important to the individual teams. When we're back at the race shop, we act as one big, team. But when you get to the racetrack and when it gets down to actually the race and at the end of the race, it is each one of our teams, they want to win for their sponsor and for their career and everything that's wrapped up in it. So you always worry about it. It has happened to us numerous times over the years where 2 of our guys will be up front and get together. And I will say this, that's the most nervous that I get in the race is when 2 of our guys are up front like that. And the whole time I'm praying, just don't wreck each other. I got to admit that.
And you had 4 cars in the top 7 in the Xfinity race. Everybody but Kyle ran really strong at the end of the Cup race. Do you feel this is maybe one of the strongest positions JGR as a whole has been in a long time?
Well, certainly, I think our Xfinity program, you know, we put so much into that, and it's really been something that really supports, and we've had so many people come from Xfinity to Cup. It's so important to our overall program. I think our 4 cars there in Xfinity, I think our crew chiefs there are all veteran guys, and our drivers there, I think they all get along really well. I think we got, I'm so happy with our Xfinity program and the way everybody's worked together. I think we're really, really strong in our Xfinity program. And then, of course, to come back today with Cup here at a very tough place. We love Martinsville, by the way. All of our guys do. And to come back and have everybody in the top 10, I think that I really get excited about that. But besides the win, it was great for Bass Pro and Johnny and auto owners and Jeff. I just really appreciate those guys and the way they support us.
We're going to take one more question for Coach, and it'll come from Greg Engel. Go ahead with the question, Greg.
Hey, Coach, congratulations, obviously. Kind of on the business side of it, you're talking about you want to get those CEOs and those folks back to the track. Obviously, that's an important part of your program. How important is it for you when you're trying to attract some new sponsorship to be able to bring those kind of folks to the track? And what kind of lessons have you learned during all this COVID shutdown? Because I know you guys have been working hard. Kind of lessons that you'll help that you've learned to maybe help you with sponsorship now and in the future?
Well, I think you're right. It's so much harder when you can't entertain potential companies that could possibly come to the racetrack with you and get to see everything that takes place at a NASCAR race. The thing about NASCAR, as opposed to other sports, the fact that you can be here, you can be in the Hall area, you can be on pit road, you can have hospitalities and have the driver come up and actually get autographs, ask questions. I go up and do the same thing. And when you're missing all that, it's really hard. And so I appreciate our sponsors. I know that other owners do here, everybody that's worked so hard with us, but I'm hoping we've reached a time now where we can start getting a lot of the key players for us from the sponsorship standpoint back at the racetrack. And I know NASCAR wants to do that. They're working hard to try and get that done, but it's a huge deal, as I mentioned earlier, because they play such a key part. Over here, you can't race these cars if you don't have a partner, a sponsor partner. And that's not the case in other sports, but it is here. And so I think we've learned a lot through COVID. Everybody's handled everything, I think, about as good as you could handle it. NASCAR's done a fantastic job. And so we've learned a lot coming to the racetrack and only bringing one car, no practice. I know that's been a big adjustment for the tracks. No practice and qualifying. So it's been a huge change, but I think everybody's done a good job of fighting their way through it.
Thanks, Coach. Enjoy your win, sir.
You bet.
Thank you, Coach. Go, as you said, go forth and enjoy your win, and good luck next week in Richmond.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody. Now.